Welcome to you all. Change is good. Change is evolution. Together, we can make a difference to improve our world.
Summit has really been helped to bring people together to actually raise awareness about these different issues, but also to create a community of people willing to work on it. And hopefully the people who are with us today will talk to other people in their countries. It's a really global summit, and with colleagues coming from all different places in the world. And I believe we're going to make progress only if we understand how these things have to be contextualized and adapted to different contexts.
So this is an amazing event. If we were in the year 2010 and imagine 13 years ahead, I don't think we'd have thought that we'd have got quite as far as we have. You've got people here from all over the world. You've got researchers, school leaders, teachers, those working with schools, those interested in the wilding and rewilding and sustainability agenda, and all of them are speaking with a common voice. We're beginning also to understand some of the challenges of assessment, and we're beginning to reckon that the culture of a school needs to enable this to happen.
Well, creativity is up and coming since several years, and I think it's going to be even more and more valued as society develops, especially with the new trends like AI and its integration in various aspects of society.
It's been an amazing conference so far, so much inspirational information, ways forward when there's challenges in our schooling system and how we can really develop children's creativity in our classrooms.
Obviously, creativity and critical thinking are both transversal skills. They apply across domains, and in many ways I think critical thinking is an important partner to creativity. I work a lot in the area of possibility and what is possible and the way we envision possibilities, and I think one of the most important skills we need to develop is not only to imagine what's possible, but to choose wisely among possibilities.
As I mentioned before, in this avalanche of information, what this means is that there are new tools, new skills that we have to develop in students so that they can tease apart what is wrong and what is right.
It just seems like there's a global awakening around the redundancy of our education systems, and it feels like a pivotal time for us to really confront and say, what is that? Why are we doing this? And to really instill the concepts of creativity and critical thinking into the system.
And the future will always surprise us. It's all about, on the one hand, to increase sustainability, keeping the world we know in balance, and at the same time also improve resilience, helping people to live in an imbalanced world. And that is where creativity, creative thinking is so crucially important. Too often, we tend to very narrowly associate creative thinking with the arts. This is what creativity, math is about math. You can do the same in almost any other subjects. If you're creative enough to design learning environments that foster this.
We've heard a lot about the challenges educators face in the implementation of creativity into their teaching. However, one key piece of feedback that we keep hearing is that educators simply do not have time to plan for creativity in education. So how do we inspire ideas in a very short time? Maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes between class, or just before the conference now? Well, PokeC is our new tool to try and help educators solve this problem. Pocket Creativity. It's a platform that will help educators communicate across the world at all levels. It's also a database of case studies of creativity from around the world. And most importantly and most excitingly, it's an AI tool that will help generate original, usable teaching materials that will inspire creativity.
Can I just say, this would not have happened without this extraordinary woman here. here Frankie, who is...
As the summit day, we didn't realize today is Thanksgiving. So today our connection is beyond to attend a meeting together. We are like a family gathering to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yes, I think the summit is very important because it just gathers the scholars and the experts from all over the world to talk about these things, to form a consensus about the importance of creativity cultivation and the practical strategies that we can employ to promote the creative education if we just realize it's important and we are willing to take actions. So I think this summit really makes a big influence.
So I think in terms of shifting mindsets, it's not really necessarily shifting the mindset of teachers, but shifting the mindset of how we think about the purpose of education at a broader level, and teachers really being at the centre of that conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. There's value in just having folks who are asking the same sorts of questions under the same roof, engaging with one another. I think it's a way that we pressure test our own thinking, our own ideas, and also be able to push other folks in terms of like the expansiveness of their work.
There's been some fantastic work from South America, from Oceania, from Europe, and I think what we're starting to see is a real maturity of what's going on, and I think we're just on the cusp of something amazing in creativity education. And there's now, for I think the first time, real resources for educators to use to make a difference in creativity education.
Looking for people who have these creative skills, but we're also looking to develop them within our own workforce. I think it's also important to say that it shows that creativity sits within us all. So those same qualities that we are trying to develop in the youth, in those education programs that we fund, we also continue the story and have the same engagement towards our employees.
There has to be a great value in this kind of work. I think what we've seen, and I'm coming from an England perspective, is that the curriculum is very knowledge-based, and knowledge is a good thing, but if we aren't applying it in creative ways, then it's only half the work done. And I think what we need now is a better balance between acquiring knowledge, acquiring skills, but actually then saying, what are we going to use them for? And until we do that, we are not the education system that I think we need.
I was really drawn before coming here by how we're gonna use intelligence, artificial intelligence, and how we're gonna navigate it into the classroom, because now we kind of isolated individually as educators and as teachers in particular. And coming here, I see so many people actually working on the ground on new techniques, new approach, and also how to incorporate them within the community, within teaching methods. So I was really impressed.
To facilitate and assist the global educational system in addressing such issues, the OECD's establishment of the Creative Education Forum and the development of the professional learning framework for fostering and assessing creativity and critical thinking are of particular significance.
There's ways in which we are all engaging in a tremendous learning experience that I'm hopeful that we can take out into the world and go forth and be creative. So thank you all for being here.